Hey.
We're live.
How's everybody doing? Hey, how you doing, Mr. Akins?
You can hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you okay. I'm still looking at the video. The video's still playing.
Oh, is it still playing over there? Okay,
let's
finish that. Let you finish the video.
You should tell people to come over to the,
Oh, yeah.
You should post the StreamYard link in there.
Oh, let's say come to the live.
You're knocking on the door. Travis is waving. He's happy. Everybody's happy.
Guess I shouldn't have worn the hat now because I wasn't wearing the hat in the video.
With his NASA
No continuity.
Yeah, so it's because Jim Shooter's not here to keep us going.
That's true. Keep us all in line.
Thanks for being here, Mr. Akins.
You're welcome.
Mr. Akins has insider information. I've talked to him about some things, so he's thrown a red herring or two, maybe.
I didn't mean. I thought you had given that same information to everybody. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
No. But it's okay. So the Grail is the Wolverine.
Negative space.
Grail. No, Travis was kind enough to get me a copy of this and throw it into our deal. So Travis and I have been talking for a while. Travis had a person from his church reach out, and they found an important comic that I was interested in, and Travis contacted me and said, "Hey, I have a book you may be interested in that's going to be for sale." And I said, "Stop, I want it. I'm the person. Don't offer it to anyone else. I want it."
You gotta hold up a little.
Oh, we gotta talk to the chat. So hey, can you respond to the chat for me?
Yeah.
We got Tina, we got Sleepy Reader, Dan says stop teasing us. You can highlight comments too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I should do that.
Just highlight comments and say, and then, all right, start at the top. Tina, hello. Thanks for being here, Tina. Awesome blue wrench that you are. Dan made it over. Susie Q. Susan from this Collective Six's wife. Thanks for being here, Susie.
Why do you have a collection of wives watching your channel?
Mr. Akins' wife watches my channel. I think.
Hey, Doug.
My wife likes to watch Colossus Collector. I don't understand.
Yeah, at night before she goes to sleep. That's right. So Mon Comics called me last night, and I get a call, and I open it. The call. Okay, so this is all boxed up like he's going to ship it to me. Got the pull tabs and everything. I get the call. It's all black, and then I hear his light come on, and here's Mon kissing his wife, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Hey, Sleepy.
It was weird, but that's cool. No, she was giving him a good night kiss, but I was like, "Whoa, what are you bringing me on here, man?" Anyway, all right. So
the Graphic Man. All right. So
hey, Graphic Man.
Mon, are you gonna? Mon, is he gonna join?
Is Mon? See if Mon can make it, or maybe he's in there. He just hasn't commented. That's okay. He may be watching.
Oh.
Mon can watch.
Yeah. Now, he wanted me to watch last night. That was the joke.
Bigby kisses the Grail. Yeah. Like the Stanley Cup.
Oh.
All right. So yeah. So I have a few people to thank for helping me get here. I sold a lot of books. Steven fronted me a little bit of money that I'm going to be making some payments to him on. Alan, Steven, our friend Nate bought some books from me. Richard. Thank you so much, Richard. So a lot of people helping me with this, with obtaining this Grail by buying books from me. So without further ado,
we should make this big.
We should make this big.
Right, because you should be big.
We should make this big.
Yes, we should be.
We should make this big. This is a big deal. So yeah. So do you have any other details about like getting it?
All right, so this is the family that came into this. It's a
Oh, tell the story about
okay,
like why
so-
they had the books in the first place.
So the way this worked out is the original owner of the books, which is this book comes from the original owner, the family. The original owner hated reading, and so he loved comic books and learned how to read because of comic books, which is a lot of it comes from a lot to driving and YouTubing.
So I guess I was going to try to join us. Anybody, I sent links. If anybody wants to join in, you can hit me up on Instagram. I'll try to send you a link. But
and so where this collection comes from is it comes from years of collecting and a whole family that learned to read by reading comic books. And on top of it, you already know what it is.
yeah, he knows, but he hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah, and so what's great? There's a whole I have a whole group of books to sell, and that's going to be
one
a
of
part
which is a really cool
famous funnies.
The
Buck
Rogers,
Frank Frazetta.
Yeah.
Cover.
So
I mean that's that. So I will be putting all this together. And I've already made a deal with the family, and I'm selling it to them, selling it for them, and then I take a percentage out. So, this book in particular was not in the first box that I got, and so, but I kept hearing rumors that this book existed, and so I got the first box of the comics, and that's where the Famous Funnies was at, and that was pretty cool to see. They love these comics so much that Grandma, not the lady, but the great grandmother in this situation, the dad, the father is a person who bought the comics. His mother, when covers would get damaged and start to fall off.
well, this is cool.
She was a seamstress and she stitched the covers
We
back.
were looking at some of these books and I go, what is that? I've never seen binding like that, and it looks perfect.
It's a perfect straight line
she
stitching.
Stitched the comics back on some of the older ones that had fallen apart.
There's a mystery book in there too. I mean, I found out what it is, but I can't find a value for it. There was a Daisy Red Ryder BB gun comic book that you could get by only joining the Daisy Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh yeah, and you
group.
have the paperwork for that too, right?
And it came inside it. So the comic is a whole comic, and it's inside a piece of cardboard. I don't know why I'm not showing these books.
Yeah, you probably could, but we'll do that after we get done showing this.
But it's amazing. It's just phenomenal how some of these books are in really good condition, but they were read by about 50 people that all shared the love of these comic books. And I actually spent last night talking for an hour with the son of the father, the son whose father it was, and his mother Ruby is who's selling it. So without further ado,
so I had this whole spiel that I was coming up with at work. Like, it was really hard to get a read on this deal. I was going to get the money to make this deal happen any way I could, even if I had to sue somebody. If I didn't get this comic, it would have been grim, and I had to beat Johnny on the spot to get it. Fantastic Four #1. So
yes,
the screen reflection.
There we go. So it is a very nice presenting copy. Fantastic Four #1.
It's whole.
It is whole. The staples are attached. All the pages are there. Back cover is complete. So yeah,
it's got some Marvel chipping around the top corner, but other than that, it's
a very nice copy, and I'm very happy to have it. I never thought I would own this comic book, and so thank you so much, Travis, and thank you everybody for letting me keep you in suspense today. All my friends, I was teasing them like, oh, what is it? You got to guess. So everybody was guessing Strange Tales 110 because that's been a gold book for me this year. I'm trying to get out of the reflection, but
I think you're getting the reflection from here and from us on the screen. So you might just need to
there we go.
Just bring it back to you a little more.
Yeah. So okay, back to me a little more. Well, I'm still getting reflection.
Yeah, but it won't. Yeah.
There we go. All right, I'll just tip it like that. There we go.
Well, I could turn my phone on, plug it in here, and I could set
all
it here
good.
and
It's
get
all
a
good.
nice
It's all good.
light
So-
lit up in the Travis section of video recording stuff. So.
Well, thank you. Can you highlight some comments, Travis?
Sure. Sorry.
So, Steppo, thank you for helping me with this. Steppo was very encouraging to me. He's well done there. He's really encouraging to me about getting the book, and he said, you've got to follow through with this and make it happen, whatever it takes. This isn't going to happen for you. These books don't come around all that often, and just an opportunity to get one, and to get one from the original owner and from one of your friends that you can trust. And so thank you, Travis. Travis is the best. If you guys ever have a chance to buy books from Trav, he is super, super cool. So you can go ahead and put Mr. Akins back on.
Oh yeah. So we don't need to.
We don't need to be.
We can share the screen again.
Yeah, we can share. Hey, think of that, Mr. Akins.
That's one of the best copies I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is. No tears or anything in it. I mean, I think I'm going to probably send it over to Jeff to take a look at it and see if he can. It's got a little spine roll and straighten it. Maybe we can straighten it out, clean it up, and see how good we can make it. So,
I mean, how bad is the chipping on it? It looks like I can't hardly see any chipping at all.
You get up to that.
Yeah, I can show it. So the chipping is right on this side of the cover.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I mean, and there is the names written on it. One of the family members.
Very faded
signature. There's a couple of times it's written on the inside too. So, but and then that corner has what looks like maybe a little chew, but the staples are solid, and
yeah,
it's just I mean, all around the book itself is, especially down at the bottom too. I mean, you think about this, that 50 people handled this book and read it.
Are the colors in person as good as it's looking on screen? It looks like the colors
probably
are really
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're better in person probably.
I mean, it's the white is not as white as it looks right here on screen, but the oranges and the green and the blues and they're just it all looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks,
and like I've seen copies where like the word balloons, like you can't read all the words. They've faded out. And I was just taking a time today to read all of the word balloons. Are perfect on there. You can read everything that each character is saying on the cover. Yeah, I mean, and this is the beginning of the 616 Marvel universe. So without this book, we wouldn't have Marvel as we know it. So this is such an important comic book in history. So yeah, thanks to everybody who helped me to get here. I mean, Drake is even you're buying a book for me, so you're giving me some money every month. That helped. Everybody who has helped me to get this. I'm truly humbled to have this comic, and very, very appreciative. And it's going to stay in my collection until I told my son that, when I'm gone, he can do what he wants with it. And I told him it's very valuable. Sanderson Studio. I don't know what Sanderson Studio means. Steppo, you'll have to clue me in on that. But yeah, we got all the word balloons. Everything is great. You got the Thing, Mr. Fantastic, Human Torch, Invisible Girl together for the first time in one mighty magazine, and also first appearance of the Mole Man.
Yep.
So there we go.
It's almost like you're holding an Oscar and doing an Oscar acceptance speech, thanking all the people.
So it was amazing to get to hold this. I've had this book for now a month and a half. I don't know. Whenever I sent Dan pictures of it to help get the grading, to make sure my grading wasn't off. And so Dan saw the book.
Dan didn't think that was the book I was getting.
So yeah, I mean, it's Dan saw the book, and it was and so I was asking because I wanted to, and I mean, I took a picture of every page.
He had every page
and the cover, where the staples were. I laid it out. I did every picture of everything just so I could get get the best opinion from Dan on it, because I wanted to share in that, because it's like, you know, I've graded books before, but I'm used to grading modern stuff, not necessarily something as this old, and I wanted to have a better understanding. And it really, it was really cool, and I do appreciate. I want Dan to know how much I appreciate him, because
Dan, you are our resident grading guru.
I mean, it was so. I learned
much.
I learned a lot by when we talked about it, because, you know, initially I was saying I had an idea of what I thought it was, and based off of what you came back and the things that you saw and we talked about, it helped me have a better understanding of how to grade these older books, and I really do appreciate it. So
yeah, and speaking of appreciating, people who helped me get to the point of getting this book. And Dan just said something. You need to give him the
show
pop
Dan
up there.
Yes.
People who helped me at getting this book. Okay, so you guys know the story of the buyout of the Golden Age Honey Hole with Ryan from Automatic Comics. That didn't go as smoothly as we had hoped. There were some problems with some of the books, and so there was an issue with that, and that I felt like I had let him down, and I was really upset about it. But that I had sent him a book of mine with that initial stuff to possibly do some trading later on. And so when I was trying to get some money together, I called him and was offering to sell that book to him and sell some other books to him. And so we were chatting about the collection, and I said, "Hey man, can I come clean to you about something?" And he said, "Sure, what is it?" And I said, when we got to processing that collection and it wasn't as good as we had hoped, I was just put in a major depressive funk, and I was just really, I felt like I let you down, and like I didn't, I disappointed you, and I just feel like, I'm really sorry. And he's like, "No, man." He's like, "No, it's not at all like that." He's like, "We were in a hurry to get that collection over here to me, and so that I can start taking it in. We rushed too quickly. It wasn't." And I said, "Man, that really makes me feel better to hear that from you, because I just was really, I was embarrassed and felt bad." And he said, "I got to come clean with you." He's like, I have been kind of in a weird funk, because this collection, I feel like it's my job to maximize the profits from every book so that you can get the most money, because it's something that we're both invested in." And I said, "No, you have." And he's like, "So that makes me where I don't feel like I have the wiggle room that I normally would. It's harder for me to move the books." And he's like, "And I'm looking, and it's going to be 3 years before all these books move, and I'm feeling bad for you." And he's like, and I said, "Dude, no, you have all the autonomy in the world to make those deals happen and everything." And he's like, "Yeah, he's like, I penciled it out. I can see where it's going." He's like, I have a good idea of what we're going to get." And he says, "Right now it looks like we're going to get 4,000 to split between the two of us." And I said, "Cool. Well, I have that Batman book over there, And he was like, No, wait." He's like, "You are trying to get this Grail right now. Can I just pay you for your part right now and buy that Batman book from you?" And I was just blown away, because he paid me before we even made the money from the books. So I can't say enough great things about Ryan, Automatic Comics. Can't say enough great things about him, about Mr. Akins, about Ryan, about Dan. I mean, all you guys. I just appreciate all you guys so much. So just yeah.
I think Lettuce just got here.
Lettuce just got here. Lettuce. So okay, here's my bad spiel. Show him the other book. Okay. Here's the Grail, Lettuce. Here it is. Bum, bum, bum. Banana no. So my bad spiel was it was really hard to get a read on this deal. What did I say? I was going to get the money anyway. I needed to, even if I had to sue somebody. If I didn't get the book, it would have been Grimm, and I had to be Johnny on the spot to come and get it. So here it is. It is Fantastic Four #1 in a wonderful presenting copy. Staples are attached. It looks very nice, and we're going to see how beautiful we can make it. So,
I guess the next question is: you going to keep it raw, or are you going to have it graded?
I'm going to talk to Jeff and get his opinion on it. I've talked to Steppo. Steppo thinks that with a book like this, I need to protect it, and so we'll see. I'm probably going to get it slabbed. The more I talked and thought about it, I'm probably going to get it slabbed because I will read it, and I'll probably take video of reading it and keep it safe. So, yeah.
I'm not one to normally say slab something, but this one, I think, like you said, to preserve it needs to be slabbed.
Yeah, and just PGX, absolutely going PGX. No.
You can go PSA with it.
I don't know. It's gonna probably gonna go. We're gonna hope it doesn't get a banana.
So, by the way, I priced out the cost on grading that because the family and I were talking about they wanted to have all the options on the table before they made the decision to let me sell it. So we talked. So I made sure I priced that out first. One of the things.
I just need to hold this where people come in. They can see me holding it.
It's a.
Caress it.
It's a. It was a. It's $700 to grade this book.
Take you home where you're safe. It's how much was it? 700 to grade it?
700 to grade it. And so based off of what we thought, because I was also saying if they want to do that, I was going to go to Jeff, have him clean it, press it, do all the work to it, then send it in to have it graded, and then we'd have to pay for all that. But I don't think the bump would have been high enough for the value. Right?
It depends where it falls out. Yeah.
I mean, if it goes up to a 3 or a 3.5, it's still not that much more of a bump, even graded. And it's
fairly valuable, but I'm
looking at prices and looking at GPA and going over that stuff. I just felt like it wasn't, for the most part, I felt it wasn't beneficial to them. That's really where it comes down to. I felt for them to maximize getting some money out.
Well, they wanted to get money quickly too.
Yeah,
they didn't want to wait.
Yeah, because Grandma Ruby, who owns this whole collection, is. Oh,
well, that's good to know. They don't banana the older stuff. No banana book.
It's only modern.
Banana book.
So magazines would be safe then too.
Yeah, because it was only that one round of slabs that came in, I guess, that were the wells were warped, supposedly. So that's what we're saying.
I don't know. When I started my grading, I was an adamant CBCS guy. That's who I went with. And then I saw the value of, okay, CGC, everybody wants CGC. That's what people are buying. So I went to CGC, and I've had an up and down experience with CGC all the way there. And and with the exception of one time, I have had nothing but good experiences with CBCS.
However, if you watch Bronze's video, Bronze just did a video
talking about PSA.
He said he's interested in checking out PSA, but he said, it was a haul video of stuff that he got from.
I watched that.
Yeah, and he got stuff from gosh, I just had his name and I forgot it. The guy they had that he dropped his X-Men #1 off and they lost it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that was not CGC, that was CBCS. And
they
took them a long time to square it. They found it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was
misplaced in X-Men #1. I mean, come on. For like a week. Oh, we found it.
Allegedly.
We allegedly
Yeah,
found
allegedly.
it. Allegedly. No, that was the other thing. That was the cases. No, they found it. It was
well, when you can, the reason why you don't go to PGX is when you grab their case and you go twist like that and it cracks it and you can basically open it. That's why you don't do PGX. Just so everyone knows, when I cracked a PGX case, you can watch my video. It's in there. I did it live. I literally was like getting ready to do the crack of the thing before I set up the video, got everything set up, and I pick up the book and I go, I wonder how tough these are. And I I barely put any pressure on the bottom quarter going one way and the top quarter going the other way, and it just went pop, and I was able to basically pull it apart. You can see in the video that I actually talk about how that it already got it going. So it's funny. I don't like comics.
he disagrees on the slabbing idea. Go ahead and pop it up on the screen.
Yeah.
Disagree on the slab speculation. I own a full collection of ASM, FF, and horror pre-code. No single slab. I own 40 Stanley signatures. To me, the LCBC have the pictures and video. No single slab. Okay.
Cool.
That's a valid point. I mean, I do like the aspect of having it raw. In fact, when we were first talking, I think that was one of the draws to me was, when am I going to find this book raw in a decent shape that I would be able to have with somebody that I would trust, that it hasn't been altered or something. And so that was one of the draws for me to, I don't like comics. It's the most refreshingly honest username I've seen. Kudos, sir. He doesn't like them. He loves them.
So what are you going to put it in up until that point? You're going to keep it in the top loader? You're going to do...
Yeah, I'll probably just keep it in a top loader for now. I think that'll keep it pretty safe until that point.
There is a brand out there right now that does for both. It has silver. I know they have Silver Age and modern, or bronze and modern cases where you can that you basically can create your own. Hey, it's yours, man. I'm not going anywhere with it.
It's funny. He handed it to me when I came in. He goes, "Here you go." No, actually, I think I've reconsidered. I was like,
So you're talking about a comic capsule?
Yeah. Comic capsules. I think that, I mean, I like the idea. They seem like they're a pretty good company. I mean, that for if you want to do it yourself and have your own graded book, your own grade on it, you can make your own label for it on your own printer and that stuff. And or you can talk to Dr. Plagueis and have him make you cool labels.
Not that I would break into your house, Bigby, and steal it. But where are you planning on putting it in your house? You're going to display it somewhere? You're going to hide it?
Under my pillow, next to my gun.
So many jokes just went through my head that I can't say on here.
No. Bad Travis.
Yes, bad Travis.
But
hey,
there's somebody here.
Hey,
I think we know that guy. I think that's a guy named Jay something.
Hey, JP.
Hey,
guys. Man.
What I miss?
Okay, so I got this. It's pretty cool. Banana comic. No, that's not it. That's not it. He threw that in on the deal. That is a pretty cool book, but it's nothing like this.
FF1.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit. So what were the details of this deal? How did you get that?
So Travis knew a lady or a guy from his church.
No, it was Walter.
Okay, Travis is okay. Travis,
okay,
tell your story.
So Walter, my father-in-law, recently remarried, and a friend of his new wife, Becky, whom we love. She's awesome. So shout out Walter and Becky. Have fun on your trip. But they have this friend named Ruby. And her husband collected comics all the way from when he was a kid. And that is one of his comics from when he was a kid.
Wow.
And basically they were looking to sell the comics, and Walter asked if I would be interested in helping them do that. And you know, I mean, I laid out, and Becky kind of said, well, you need to do these things. And she's like, you need to make sure you set up some negotiate your cost and make sure you do the right things for you there. So I
wanted to make sure he got paid for his time as well.
Right. And they're the same opinion. And it was really funny last night. I'm like talking to the family, the son of Ruby. And he and I are talking, and he's like, I started off with, oh, and here's my background. This is what I've done. This is where I've worked. This is my love of comics. And then I kind of shared all that stuff. He goes, well, what's your relation to Walter? And I'm like, oh, he's my father-in-law. And he goes, that's all I needed. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then we spent the next hour talking about comics and the family and how his dad started reading comics. And this touches my heart a lot because I have friends and a lot of friends who this has been a way that has helped them become, read and do this. And that's what happened for him. He hated reading, and his parents bought him comics, and so he read comics. It became such a family love affair that they would buy comics, and the whole family would share the comics. Like cousins would be reading the same comics that he had. So 50 people have probably read that Fantastic Four or learned to read off of that Fantastic Four #1. And so, I mean, it got handled. I mean, we were talking about earlier. One of the books that's in there that's really beautiful is this Frank Frazetta Famous Funnies Buck Rogers cover.
Oh,
and it's gorgeous, but the cover had been detached. Well, Grandma, his mom, the owner of the original owner, his mom sewed the covers, was a seamstress, and she sewed the covers back on if they got detached so people could continue to read them.
And we were looking at the books, and I'm like, I've never seen binding like this, and it's just perfect.
Perfect.
It's perfect. Like
perfect. Like there, yeah.
We're like, oh, somebody sewed this. It was amazing.
It was amazing. So I mean, it doesn't it doesn't add value to the book, but
it's just an interesting story.
An interesting story.
Yeah.
And that's how they
covers got kept together then.
Yeah.
So that the whole family could learn and read off the same books. So you got any crazy? I've seen you some crazy pickups from you lately. You want to share anything, JP?
It's kind of like someone showing off their Lamborghini, and I got my Yugo. So I don't know if I.
Well, I put it away. Put it away. Yeah. I want to hang out with people and have people show comics. So hey, there's Colossus. Ryan, how are you? This is the book, Ryan. Can you see it? Can you see it?
Do you want me to make you big? I'll make you big.
Can you see it? Can you dig it, brother? There it is. There's the reveal. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, Renegade Rants. Yes. Colossus. And look at the condition. Okay, you got to hold it up again so you can see it. It's the condition is okay. Make it big.
I bumped.
All right.
So,
I don't know if you can get it to focus, but it's not bad.
Is that covered, attached, and everything?
Covered, attached,
fully
both staples.
Yeah.
And a little bit of chew on the top corner. Very little bit though. Like right there. If I can get it to focus. Yeah, there it goes. And then it just unfocused because it grabbed Brian.
It's okay.
And then there's a little bit of Marvel chipping, and the person, the person who owned it or read it a lot, signed his name on the cover. And then,
but of course.
Right, and then they signed his name.
So faded though, you can't hardly see it.
There's a couple pages on the inside where he signed it too. So just to make sure,
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Renegade Rants. That's far better than the first appearance of Faith. So everybody, I had my friends messaging me. I said, "You got to guess what the Grail is." I was trying to play this pretty close to the vest, except for to a couple people, and so. Mr. Akins didn't know that he had privileged information. What do you think the grade will be after Jeff works on it? I'm hoping that it could be in the 3s, like a 3.5. But I'll be happy with whatever it comes back at. But yeah.
I think really I think 2.0 is a safe grade for it. I think that's what
currently where it sits.
Yeah, currently where it sits. I think between 2 and 2.5. Just be safe based off of the conversation that you and I had, Dan. I mean, that was the main part of it that how I looked at it. After I sent you all those pictures, it was like, and then I sent all the same pictures to Brian, and Brian we all kind of conferred and came down to the same idea. So you said 2.0 to 2.5.
Yeah.
So
I showed it to Ryan at Automatic Comics. He said that he thought after some work was done on it had some potential. And then also to thank you, JP. Oh, is that you, JP?
JPZ?
Are you JPZ? I don't know if that is so. JPZ, thank you. And yeah, okay. But yeah, I was asking in the group, like, what book do you think I'm going to get? What Grail do you think I'm going to get? And everybody said Strange Tales 110, because I've been saying I'm going after the first appearance of Doctor Strange. And but this is just like it. I don't know if you guys know me. It's like anything it's what falls into my lap. I mean, JP, you can relate to that. Like, what stuff comes into the antique store, right? It's just like, hey, what's here? All right. It's not like you're actually out hunting for a lot of this stuff. Sometimes it just shows up. And it's just like, okay, now is the chance to get it. Am I going to seize that opportunity? Right. So, Mr. Akins, with your second appearance of Iron Man, right?
Exactly. Got to pick it up while it's there, while it's in front of you.
Yeah. What's really cool is that when we were talking last night, they have another box of comics.
Yeah. Two
more boxes. And one of them is, and they have some old Mad magazines, which are in the $60 to $100 range that are from the 60s. So I mean, we've got there
could be some more cool stuff coming up. So
I know at least a full run of Classics Illustrated. So it has all the
early stuff
in it. So I don't know what the condition is on those. Again, I mean, I'm about halfway through the collection, and I can show some of those books today, actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Grab some books.
All right, so how about this?
I'm going to highlight comments and talk to people while you do that.
Bye,
JP.
Why don't you do me a favor? Let's move your box, and we'll move the table.
All right.
And we can, you can, and if you want, you can.
Can switch chairs with you?
You could switch chairs with me for now, if you want to. Or and if you just scoot straight back, I can, or we can do that. It's really up to you.
This is how we do things in Travis's studio.
Travis does things the easy, hard way?
The hard, easy way. The hardest, easy way. All right. This is going up here.
Yeah, just put it up there. That's fine.
All right. I'm going to switch chairs with you, and you do whatever you need to do.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, just move that chair all the way to the back.
You just do it.
And I was going to table and pass the table back behind you too. Or no, I guess I'm still going to need the table.
You're going to need the table. All right.
All right, let's see if I can open the door again. I'll be right back.
It's nothing but the highest quality videos here. All right. So, Richard, I don't know if you were around to hear, but I gave a big shout out and thank you to you for your help in getting me the funds to pick this up. So, thank you so much. And Renegade Rant says, sounds like a new show. Hard and easy. I don't know what kind of show that would be. But so, Mr. Akins, do you want to spill the tea on? You've got some things that might be coming into your collection.
I got one thing that I bought. Let me grab it.
Did you get it already? The one we talked about?
No, I got something else.
Oh.
Well, I think my next goal is a Tales of Suspense run. And
yes.
My local LCS got a huge collection in. He got an FF1. He got an X-Men 1. He got a Daredevil 1. He got an Avengers 1. In fact, he got a run of everything. He got a run of Avengers from 1 to, I think, 200 and something. He got a run of X-Men. Okay. And he got a run of FF. He got a run of Tales. And he also had a run of Tales of Suspense. He had a Tales of Suspense number 39. It had papers saying that it was restored. He actually,
this is a cool story.
We live. Say that again.
This is a cool story. You just relayed this to me this afternoon.
Yes. So we live close enough to where CGC is a 6-hour drive, and he wasn't going to put these expensive comic books in the mail and they lose them. He was going to go down there, hand deliver them, sign them off so that he knows that they have them, and it's got a paper trail once he left these. And it had paperwork on it saying that it had been restored and what it was that was restored in the book. Well, when he got it back from CGC, he actually got a blue label, a conserved label. I think it was like a 4.
Huge. That's huge.
5. Yeah.
That's huge.
That's exactly what he said. He said, I mean, because you see that blue label there, and then you got to look at it and go, oh, it's conserved. But that's a big difference than that purple label saying it's been restored. But he had some other Tales of Suspense. I couldn't afford that one, but I am working on my Tales of Suspense, and he had some others that I want. And so what I did pick up, what I could afford, was this Tales of Suspense.
Well, this is the one I was talking about. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, number 57, 5.5.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
So
So for those who don't know, what is that?
That is the first appearance of this guy that's appeared 4 times on the front right there, Hawkeye. First appearance and origin story.
Oh, I love that book.
Congratulations, that's so cool.
Thank you. It's got some chipping, but I think it's for a 5.5. I think what I got is for it was really good, and this was one of the ones I was looking for. I was looking for this one and 52. Those are the 2 big ones. Other than
52 is
first Black Widow. I think it's 52. I'm almost positive it's 52. This one and that one.
DLC. I don't like comics. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for the congrats.
So yeah, this is part of that run that I want to start working on. I think I'm going to try to pick up one of these every once in a while. And I'm also still working on, I still want to do an Avengers run. I still want to do a Captain America run. So, but those won't be as expensive as these.
I've talked to you since Rose City, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I got another number 2.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that you got another number 2. Is it better?
I got a lower grade option for you if you want, rather than the higher grade one. But
he allowed me to get this one, and I haven't finished. I actually finished paying him for it. I said, "Hey, can I put some money down?" He said, "Yeah, you can put some money down." That's how good of a
relationship you have with that guy.
Yes, I've got a really great relationship with my local LCS. I said, "Hey, can I put this much down and pay you at the end of the month?" He said, "Yeah, and you can take the book. Go ahead, because I know it's not like I don't know who you are, and I'm not going to find you. It's not like you're not going to come
where you live." That's
so yeah,
cool.
I'll finish paying this off at the end of the month. I'll see how much money I got to give to my local LCS, and I think I owe Bigby a little bit of money. So we'll see what I got at the end of the month. Start paying off all my debts to people.
Well, so I need to get with you and show you all of the books I have for you to fill in that run too, because I picked up actually some books from Mike specifically for you. So,
well, I got to pay these off first, and then we'll start talking.
Yeah, about one of those books that you got from me too.
Did I get from you? No, well, maybe. I mean, I do have that.
Well, isn't that your second copy? I think
that's my first copy of that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I didn't know that was the first copy.
Yeah. He's talking about.
Oops.
No. There we go.
There we go. He's talking about. I got a first Black Widow from him.
No, not first Black Widow. I was talking about the Captain America Iron Man.
Oh, that is 58. The second. I got a 58. I have 2 58s now.
where they join the two together to make it a double
Where they're
feature.
fighting each other on the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not when it was a double feature, the one where they're fighting. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's 57 is the one where they're two join. They join Captain America and Iron Man in the book, and then 58 is where they meet each other for the first time.
Okay.
So, yep. So,
Okay.
so you have some books to show, Travis?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go, Bigby. I really enjoyed it. Congratulations on the book.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see some close-up shots in some chats.
Yeah, I will definitely take photos and send them to the chat. I know Rohan's dying because he's at a soccer game and he can't see the book. He's like, "What is it? What is it?" I'm like refusing to put it on Instagram. So,
Well, before you go, you should see this book, though.
Okay.
oh yeah, you gotta see this book real quick. This is my favorite cover. There's two really awesome covers out of this run. Let me make this one make us big. How do I do that?
Just
Right here
just click right there on that big icon.
big icon. There we go.
Oh, very cool.
It's the Red Planet. So the issue before has this guy coming through like a space port thing, docking port, and into the ship and surprising them in their ship. And then now he's on. They're trying to get away, and he's on the ship attacking them.
That's
very cool.
Yeah. So that was actually the first book I saw in the whole collection of
that
stuff.
one.
Oh, Lettuce needs a 59 also. Lettuce, we could talk. Let me know.
Congratulations again, Bigby.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody's saying goodbye to you, by the way.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, Trav, let me say this is Trav from Comics Limited because we're showing this on my channel. So if you guys see any books in here that you want or are interested in, reach out to Travis on Instagram. His Instagram is Comics Limited as well. And he's got the big red circle, says Comics Limited, looks kind of like Captain America's shield. And I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Is that that?
Yeah,
that kind of, if they're interested, they can reach out to you. I will trade from United States Collector. I'll trade one of my Hulk 181 for complete original Shogun big box toys from Japan. Oh, okay, cool.
I thought I should share that because
that's
cool. I know there's a couple toy collectors.
I don't like comics. Are you on Instagram? Is there a way people can get a hold of you? You have a channel, right? It looks like so. You've got the little icon, maybe. So if you have a channel or a way for people to get a hold of you, just shout it out and we'll let them know. But okay, so you got books to show. So you showed Buck Rogers.
And then we have a Brave and Bold Batman Metamorpho. 12 center.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, there's your body horror with Metamorpho. Seems like Metamorpho would be a real big popular character for Yeah, for Nate.
And then we have Batman and the Metal Men also from this. And so the first box that I saw had the superhero books, with exception of the Fantastic Four book. So
they're less reflective.
No, it's that light is helping give me light, and then this is the problem is it's the screen that's reflecting.
How I turn the screen on.
And then this is a really cool Neil Adams Batman and the Flash.
Is it this button?
Yeah, but I think it'll move that white screen over. We can just minimize that, and then it's a dark screen behind it.
You closed. You didn't minimize. You closed.
That's okay.
All right.
It's less
glare.
It's still the glare from the main screen in front of us. So, but yeah, Batman Flash, Neil Adams cover.
So Mr. No, it's just a big burly dude.
It was a big burly dude.
Bork can hurt you.
Then hey,
look, I made Richard a moderator, and he put a link to your YouTube.
Yeah. And then here's a Black Hawk number 142, 10 center.
And Tina also getting your Instagram. There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you.
My two awesome wrenches in here.
Here's issue 51 of Black Hawk. I love this. Actually, I love this cover. I'm not sure. It's a really cool cover. It's famous artist who did a lot of looks like the early Captain America cover guy. I mean, I don't know if it's the same guy, but the same style.
First, it's Joe Simon and Jack Kirby.
No, I don't think this is Jack Kirby. But it's who is the cover artist that does all the detailed attacks and fighting on the covers? Reminds me of his style.
Schomburg.
Yeah, it reminds me of Schomburg, but I don't think it is a Schomburg. It reminds me of it. Here is a World's Finest.
That's pretty sweet.
This one is issue number.
Too dark. We minimized the light, and now you can't see.
Yeah, I think it's issue 5, but I don't think that's right.
That can't be right. If that's
no, it's 74.
Okay, I was like, issue 5. Well, that's the early one.
Issue 74 of World's Finest is now 10 cents. Wonder how much it was before.
So anybody jumping in, Travis is showing books that the Grail that I got came out of. We'll show the Grail again at the end. But so if anybody's interested in any of these, you can feel free to reach out to Trav.
Captain Marvel 104.
And he's I might have to get that one. I just got a bunch of Tommy's appearances. I got 2 copies of his first appearance and his first cover appearance and his second cover appearance.
This one is Captain Marvel 51. It has been taped again like this. These were family. This is a family kept their comics together as best they could because a bunch of people were reading them because they all learned to read off of them. And so here's that one, which I think is kind of cool. Cowboy-esque stuff going on there.
It's kind of interesting. The I don't like comics guys thing is very much kind of what you're saying, like the whole of the family love of comics, sharing your love of it and them all sharing the comics and learning to read off of them and all that. So that's cool.
And this is War Heroes number 5. This is one of the sewn covers. You can't see the sewing because it's on the back, but this cover has been sewn back on. I mean,
it's a beautiful cover. Though.
It's great.
Yeah, that's really cool. I have to. How many books is in this collection?
So far, I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head. Right now, there's just
that like a short.
I've gone through 50 so far, but there's a whole other tub of comics that I haven't done. These are all the ones that I've worked on.
Richard wants to know how much for Richard. Follow up with him later, and we'll get you a number. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Just make a note, like write it down, or I can. Do you have a piece of paper? I can write down for you to reach out to Richard about War Heroes.
Yeah, I mean, it's really funny. I had like a whole pile of sticky notes up here.
There's some behind Thor.
No. Those aren't. Don't move those.
Those are not sticky.
Those are not sticky notes.
Those are not sticky notes.
It's okay. I know, Richard. We'll
well,
talk.
Other people might ask you questions though.
True.
Oh, here we go.
There's a sticky notes, and then you need something to write with.
Link and pin. This is your Conan thing.
Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
Pen.
I see one.
Okay. Then I have this is True Comics. It's kind of another war comic. Fall, and it's number 45. It does have a tear on the cover here, but you can see where I was talking about. You can see the stitching right there from the back side, and here's kind of a string sticking out of the bag. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's like, so it's a seamstress who did the stitching, and so it's all been brought back together that way. Then there's some, different types of, some Dell books of different kinds. This one is Zane Grey's Wildfire. So, kind of
a cool painted cover.
Really cool painted cover. The guy whose books these are was Forrest Kelly.
Not DeForest Kelly.
No, just Forrest Kelly.
That's your phone. Grab your phone. I was going to message somebody. Whoops.
This is a Sports Action number 5.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. That's
I actually thumbed through this one because it was really cool.
It looks like it's in really good shape.
This does have rusting staples.
That's early. That's Atlas though.
But it does have a printing error on where the staple placement is on these.
Oh,
on it as well. Now, here's the one that I was talking about that I don't have a lot of information on. And I'm actually going to take it out of the bag and board here because I think it's so cool that it has to be shown. And I guessed at a price around 50. And so this is the Red Ryder.
Oh, that was really cool. Yeah.
Magazine. This is the mailer on the outside of it that it came, and you can see that it had like a little white tab for like how it was tabbed over with the white there. But it opens up, and then it's everything's still attached to the staples, cover and everything still attached, and then you can see the actual book. Now, this is the book I had to look up the book on the inside. The book on the inside came out as a regular comic book. And there's it looks just like this, but it has, it has some sort of pricing on it where this one doesn't have any pricing.
I have a question.
What's the question?
How awesome is that Red Ryder?
Yeah, it is. It
is Red Ryder.
It is Red Ryder.
An official Red Ryder BB gun with the compass in the stock.
Yeah. And here's the back of it. It had this whole thing on the back of it. And you can see it, and it went to what's really great. So here's the thing. This is where we live. This is where I live. I live in Vancouver, Washington, and this is an old mail route. That way, the mailing was done here around the city. I'm sure this is the way it was done around other cities, but route it was. And I have a feeling. I think they live northeast of me, more towards like what's called Battleground area and stuff like that. But it was back when it was just Clark County, and so
next book.
I think that would be that one. It is. Then this one is a fantastic cover. I love this cover a lot. This is probably his younger brother. This is an Atlas book. It's Battle Adventures of Combat Battle. And it's so cool. I mean, you've got it's the Southeast Asian battle. You've got wow. I mean, just everything looks great.
I was so preoccupied with getting that FF. I don't think I looked at a lot of these books.
So yeah, Brian and I went through this whole box when we won.
I was so preoccupied with looking at that FF that I don't think I looked at these books.
Now, that's just really so you know, this cover is detached. It is not. It's not. It was not sewn back on, and it does have a tear on the front that you can't see here because, of course, I'm holding it, but it's right there. A tear right there on the front of the cover.
I'll shoot your eye out. That's right. That's a really cool Battle of Comics as well. Oh, wow. That one's huge.
Yes. This is True Comics number 20, which is a lot early, January number 20. So this is earlier than that other one. And it has stories of all across the country. I believe this one has this one is cover sewn back on, but it's huge. It's so I have it in a Golden Age bag because it wouldn't have fit in a Silver Age bag, and I didn't want to try because I didn't want to damage it anymore. This flip right here would flip down. It's not brittle. It's just well read, and people in the family love this stuff. I mean, if you have the right kind of person who is cleaning and grading your books and stuff like that, there's always stuff like that. Here's this one's pretty cool. I thought this was awesome because it's it's MGM's, it's Dell movie classic. It's MGM's The Heroic Struggle of One Man Who Defied the Mighty Roman Empire. MGM
movie.
Ben-Hur.
That's really big.
Yeah. So
Colossus. Is any X-Men number ones in there?
No, not
Colossus.
Not yet.
There are 2 more boxes of comics coming to be looked through.
Most of the stuff I haven't gone through yet are early Disney and early Disney, early Looney Tunes, and early Harvey Tunes.
We'll let you know if there's an X-Men number 1.
But if I find an X-Men number 1,
I'll let him sell that to you. You know?
We'll have to talk
Even though
about
I don't
that
have
one.
one.
That might be the one that I talked to the wife about getting a loan so I can keep it.
Nah.
All right, so here's a 15-center Superman book. This is how the collection was. They went through and they bought other stuff. I love this cover because it's Lex Luthor is Superman,
Oh wow.
and Clark Kent
He's the villain.
is the villain
That's
shooting a gun
crazy.
at him. That's just awesome. I love that cover. There is a little bit of water damage on this one. Just again, like I said, the whole family, would read these. This is interesting. Standard Comics. This is a Dennis the Menace #7.
Oh wow. See, I was so.
And this is in great shape. I would probably call it a 4.0 based off of it.
Says, or Colossus says, haha, fair enough, Trav. He probably would.
I'd probably sell it because it would be it's what I need to do.
We'll have to fight over it.
Here is a 10-cent. So like I was like it was randomized, so I just started pulling. I pulled things and went as I went. And here is a 10-cent Beetle Bailey with a tear on the cover. So just kind of comic history here, that type of stuff. But I love Beetle Bailey's art. It's just one of those things that's pretty cool. Now some of these we're delving into the other stuff, but then I ran into some more war comics right after that. Here is a number 176 of Walt Disney Comics and Other Stories with Huey, Dewey, and Louie and Donald Duck, and that was has a slight cover wear on it, but it's in really good shape too. Actually, this is actually one of the best. Was in one of the best shape, but I think if I recognize that artist, that looks like Joe Kubert to me. Does that not look like Joe Kubert to you?
It's kind of like Kubert. I don't know.
I
You have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
It's a
But
great cover though.
here is D-Day.
What I feel like the guys that sell the tape collections or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great song.
That's a great song.
How much would you pay for this collection?
I don't know. If I got this collection, I'd pay $50 for that collection. Whoa. Well, you can get it for $19.95.
That's not an offer to sell that comic for $19.95.
No, I mean, if you spent that on this comic, I would love you for that, and the family who would be getting the proceeds from that would find that fantastic. But I would probably only request $4.
Wow. Golden Age and Silver Age books for bargain prices.
Now, see, I think I have a book right in my hands that I think there are some people that are interested in dinosaurs.
Oh yes. Well, I don't know.
I have
a secret friend who's
thinking
about collecting dinosaurs.
So, The Land of the Unknown issue, like 845. It's kind of a weird numbering system that Dell was doing. So it's like every issue was one issue of something. And anyway, but it's pretty cool. It's in really great shape. I'd call it a 4.0. Has some page staining and some cover wear, but otherwise,
likes dinosaurs too. Well, there you go, Richard. You have something in common with our secret friend.
And then, Volume 4, Number 4, True Sport.
True. So that looks like it's in pretty good shape. That
It
looks
is.
really old.
Yeah.
Wow. I was so distracted with the FF.
I know.
Oh
Well,
my
it's so
God.
funny is you didn't even know we didn't see the FF until later, right? I mean, when I first got these books, we only had heard rumors. So,
Cavemen, maybe? I don't know. Who doesn't like dinosaurs?
yeah.
Cavemen probably don't like dinosaurs.
Well, maybe. Here is a Giants classic, King Kong.
Oh, wow.
And this one's in great shape, too.
That
Probably one of the better books in the whole collection.
I might be interested in that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might be able to set some of this stuff aside for you.
Maybe. I'm seeing some of this stuff for the first time.
Here is Fighting Army. I don't even know what issue it is.
It's not Fighting Army. It's Fighting Army.
Fighting Army.
There's no G.
Fighting Army.
No G at the end.
Fighting Army. And it's got Nazi flag on the cover. I actually think I know someone who might want this if they don't have it.
Yeah, you might. Yeah.
So One against the Nazis, which is interesting. I mean, I like that. I like that. You know, it's like that. You know, we are one army, one man. Here's another Walt Disney, 172 Walt Disney Comics. Here is 222. That, you know, the Daffy Donald Duck and his nephews are like I guess probably one of the more popular characters for Disney covers.
I'm sorry, what did I miss?
You missed 2 Disney covers.
What did I miss?
Donald Duck.
What the?
Donald.
Oh, funny animals. Oh, you know what? Dang it.
Well, hang on. Here is a Funny Animals number 33, Fawcett. And there we got the bunny, who is also Shazam or Captain Marvel.
I need to message somebody who needs to be in here. I didn't think about. Okay, again, if you're seeing books in here that you're interested in, message Travis, Comics Limited, Instagram, or Instagram's the best way.
Instagram's the best way to get a hold of me for this.
Comics Limited. It's got a big red circle. Looks like Captain America's shield, but inverse is red and black.
Generally speaking, I'll be selling these on if I don't hear from people, I will be selling them on eBay at buy it now prices and best offers. So just so you know, under my Comics Limited eBay channel. Here is my Instagram account. Tina's posted it again for us, so we'll go ahead and show that to everybody. How about a King Richard and the Crusaders? It does have some staining on the cover a little bit, but it's a great photo-esque cover, kind of a painted photo-esque cover. You can kind of see the Richard. Oh, going this way. There we go. And then I have another Fawcett's Funny Animals, number 62. There we go. I think now I know where to go with this to get good light and show things.
Good job.
Good job, Travis. You figured it out.
Good job. Good Travis. Good Travis. Good boy.
And then Edgar Rice Burroughs, Tarzan. This one does not have a number on it, just so you all know. This one is not numbered.
Oh, cool.
Kind of a photo-esque cover.
I'm distracted trying to get people in here to look at your stuff.
Well, it's okay. We don't have. I can do videos for this too.
Yes. Well,
Porky Pig.
I know some people specifically like that Funny Animals and stuff. Sean from Pop Comics would be interested in
Porky Pig from Dell, and then that was the January, February issue, and then I have a March, April issue of Porky Pig. I like this cover. This is one of my more favorite covers. It's more cartoony, looks more like the kind of the stuff you'd see in a coloring book type thing. I really like it. It's really cool. Steven. This next one. So you remember, like I said, the family did a lot of, shared their comics. And I don't know if this is a Classics Illustrated copy of the Hound of the Baskervilles or this was a Dell copy of Hound of the Baskervilles, but it is definitely a paper bag copy of Hound of the Baskervilles with their own cover that they made themselves. Now, if someone were to buy this, and just because I'm that kind of person, I would probably design a cover to go on here and make it something new and fun, and give it that.
So you're going to draw a cover for them?
I'll draw a cover for someone else. I mean, I put it at a 0.5 because it's coverless, right? So it's worth like $2. But if you wanted it, I would be willing to do a drawing for it. This is cool. I don't, all these Western guys that you never knew, or if you were, a Western fan, Max Brand Silvertip. And that's a really nice copy of that too. I mean, it's about a 5.0, I'd say. So it's a pretty nice copy. And then we have to have some romance in our lives.
Oh,
and
romance, Stephen.
And I happen to have a I Love You, Too Many Kisses, Carlton 12-cent issue.
Charlton.
Charlton. Charlton. Maybe he's going to do the dance.
Carlton is he's the Cosby guy from the Crazy Dance.
The Cosby guy? No, it's the Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I'm sorry. One of those shows back in the day, back in the 90s.
This is a January, but it's the Christmas 1964 issue of Donald Duck, Walt Disney's Donald Duck, and there's Uncle Scrooge.
Looks pretty good for a black cover.
Yeah, it's really nice for a black cover. Actually, you know what? I think it's probably got maybe 8 or 9 spine ticks on it, but it's
I mean, not really. There's no creases or anything going, massive creases like you see usually.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So.
And then I was happy to see, because this is what I grew up with on cartoons, right? Because I watched Ramblin' Rod, our local cartoon guy.
Yeah.
So Sylvester and Tweety.
Yeah. Lots of dropping animals on heads and.
Yep. And then here is another Walt Disney's comics, Donald Duck with his nephews.
I wonder how many of those have you looked up to see if there are Barks on the inside?
When
you were pricing them?
What? No.
Carl Barks, the artist?
I did not.
You have to check that out when you're
I was.
pricing. When you're pricing.
Well, I was looking. I mean, so for the most part, just because I didn't know where to find these books, and I felt like Cover Price was going to have as many things on there. I used the photo app on just to get the comic and get the provenance from Overstreet, because Overstreet's photo cover database is fantastic. Okay, sorry.
Keep the books coming.
All right, and here's a Walt Disney and Comics and Stories with Annette Funicello.
Annette Funicello,
the girl of our dreams from
back in the day,
from the 60s. So
Mickey Mouse Club. I love Mickey Mouse Club when I was looking. I'm really old.
Oh, you're not.
My sister sent me sent me a reel, and it was a Golden Girls clip. And it's one of the girls who's one of the Golden Girls, and she says, "I'm 41 years old. I'm 5'6". Blah, blah. My sister was like, "Oh my God, I'm a Golden Girl."
So here's a book that.
Oh wow, that's huge.
Yeah, I
didn't even know that was in there.
This is the one. This is one of the ones that I was talking about.
There's another Grail in this box.
Right. This was day 2 of going through and bagging and boarding and pricing out things.
That's humongous.
Peanuts. It's Dell issue number 878.
Four color number 878. And price for first Peanuts.
Yeah,
second. It's the first Peanuts cover.
First Peanuts cover, and I would call this one, based off of just general grading understanding, I'd call it a 5.0. And so it's a nice book and a great price. It's probably one of the more expensive books that we have in the book.
Yeah, that's another legit, like, very big Golden Age book. And so I'm sorry, I'm missing keeping up with chat. So we're talking about Annette Funicello, Beach Blanket Bingo, absolutely. And then Tina said, "Ooh, Peanuts."
And then we have a Mighty Mouse, Paul Terry's Mighty Mouse.
I see some of this stuff
because you didn't see, this wasn't even out. But see, I marked this one as a 0.5 because I think the cover's detached and there's rusty staples.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's sewn. That's the reason why.
Oh, okay. But the colors are beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's
red on that, and then it's sewn, but the cover is. These people took really good care of, like, they didn't crease and fold everything. There's no bends or anything in it, even though the staples didn't hold up. But hey, that's kind of cool. It's another romance book.
I think that's not good.
I don't know who that is.
He did Young Romance though, didn't he? No, he did the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but it looks
Young Romance. It's a 25 center or 50. Young Romance.
No, Steppo might be able to tell us who the artist is on that.
Yeah, so there we go. That's a 15 center DC book. But that's not the only one. We have Revealing Secrets of Girls Romance next. And the mom yelling, what's crazy. So that in that word bubble, I just got to share this. What's wrong with you? Why can your sister have dozens of boyfriends while you can't even get a
I
single
thought she was
one?
getting yelled at for like having too many boyfriends, but no, why
no.
can't you get a boyfriend?
Yep. This one, the centerfold and the cover's detached on this one.
But wait, there's more, says Richard.
But here's what's cool. This one's a cool book, and only because
Oh, wow.
I love Lost in Space books, and I have some other that I found at a place down on the coast. Here is a Space Family Robinson Lost in Space. I think this is issue October. It doesn't say what number, but the October issue, and they were like, this is like one of the mid issues, so I want to say probably like 5 or 6. There were only 12 issues of this particular series.
Tina
And
was saying that was funny about she can't get a girlfriend. Like her boyfriend. Maybe she has a girlfriend.
maybe she can't get a boyfriend.
Maybe that was the thing, but you didn't get. I don't know. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Here's another. Here is another fighting Marines.
Fighting Marines. No
These
G
are
in
not
there.
not
Fighting
not
Marines.
farting.
Not farting Marines. That's something else. That's a different book.
Anyway, so the fighting Marines. It's in pretty good shape. It's just a great artist though. I mean, I love the. When I first looked at it, I thought there were scratches on the nose, but it's actually light reflection on the nose.
Oh,
it's really
cool.
cool.
The colorists were really good back in the day. They did a good job on like picking up on like highlighting light from gunfire and all kinds of. That's interesting.
Here is a Barnyard Comics number 8.
That's I'll have that on the screen too long.
Huh?
Is that a bear? He's a bear.
That's a bear.
Okay, it's a bear.
It's a bear.
Good. All right. Nothing. We're all good.
Okay.
Next book. Oh, hey, Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry
Yogi.
Hound. We'll have to talk about that after.
Hey, Yogi. Oh, that's Boo Boo. Yeah, it's Yogi.
It's Yogi, and it's a Huckleberry Hound, and it's the cat. I can't think of the name of the cat.
Top Cat?
Top cat. Yeah. And then here we have Cosmo, the Merry Martian. Issue. It's an Archie series, and it says it's in November, but it doesn't give us a number.
Interesting. Archie peoples. There are a lot of people who are in Archie stuff.
There's more of that. I just have I'm almost to the end of what I've gone through so far. Here is MGM's Mouseketeers. Mouse Musketeers, and it's the characters from Tom and Jerry. That's Jerry Mouse and the other mouse, which I don't remember the other mouse's name. And that first issue was 670 that I showed, but this one came before it, and this is 642. Looks like someone needed to do math homework on the cover there, but there we go, 642. The 2 Mouseketeers.
Not the 3. Something happened to the 3rd one.
Yeah.
Tom got him.
I have Archie's pal Jughead number 17.
Oh, wow. That's an early one. I like the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I didn't see a lot of these. Like you're saying, they weren't out when
I hadn't even gone
you
through
hadn't
them.
processed them yet. Oh,
No.
that one looks pretty. That one might be Barks.
That probably is, but this is June issue number 129. It is Disney Comics and Stories. Donald Duck and the nephews.
Very cool.
And then here is issue another one. Green on this one. The colors on this one are fantastic. This is a really nice one. Getting down to the last thing, and the last thing I'm going to show you is really cool, especially if you are a comic fan from eras before. Here is another Walt Disney cover. This one is another Walt Disney cover, another 10 center early Donald Duck and Nephews. But the final book I'm showing today is a Mad magazine from 1961. And what's so cool about this is I'm going to show it to you, then we're going to take it out of the bag, and I'll show you the front and I'll show you the back. because I think that's
Is it one of those ones that where you can fold the back? And
No,
do something?
it wasn't a fold back, but it's a this is what's funny. All right, so the front the first front here, 25 center. It is congratulations, Richard Nixon, upon your election to president. And then you flip it over and turn it upside down. It's congratulations, John Kennedy, upon your election as president.
That's pretty cool. So it was like you could display whichever one was the correct one.
Whichever one was the correct one. And what's funny is there's two sides to it. So the Mad Mag, one side talks about Nixon stuff, and the other side flips over and it talks about Kennedy stuff.
That's
so
funny.
Either way you want to do it, but it was a 1961 price guide. But the initial one that really the real original that's actually technically the front cover, even though Nixon didn't win, Kennedy did. So
that's cool. Very cool stuff, man.
So yeah,
and still tons more to go through, and 2 more boxes coming from these people, these fine folks. There might be other big early Marvel books. We'll be excited to see what we pull out of there and find. And again, can you hand me the box? I want to show the thing one more time. So
which one? Oh, your thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the banana book.
The banana book.
Banana book.
You can put the light back in.
No, you go ahead and pull it out.
Okay.
I'll let you do it. You can see on the table over there. But thanks for everybody for being here and hanging out. Thank you, Tina and Richard, for moderating, and everybody for your comments. Really appreciate it.
This was the book?
That's the book. That's the Grail banana book.
The Grail book.
Banana book. Banana book.
So whenever you buy something from me, you generally get something from me. So when Brian bought this from me,
this little book I bought from this
for all your viewing pleasure.
Yeah. Very nice copy. I'm super happy with that.
And then so he got the Wolverine for free, of course, with that. as a
I was super happy to get that because I'd seen that. It was a beautiful cover. I love it. Tina says, "Yay, Wolverine!" And she says, "Congrats again, baby." Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you, everybody who was here. Thanks for stopping by. If you haven't already, sub Travis up Comics Limited. He's super cool guy. Has awesome content. Renegade says, "Thanks for showing us
absolutely
the books that you had in the collection, and thank you for
watching,
for stopping by and watching. We appreciate it. We wouldn't, we could just talking to nobody, and that would be no fun. So we really appreciate you guys being here. So we'll do another live stream again soon, and hope you guys all join us again for that. And I don't know if I'll have a Fantastic Four to show off. I mean, I could show it off again, but
I think the next live stream we're going to do is an art stream.
Oh, we are going to do an art stream, and I have a art thing. I told Richard about that. Richard, it's a pretty cool idea, right? Well, he says. Well, first he says, "We got Tina saying fun live." Richard saying great stream. Great video. Congratulations. So I told Richard about an idea that I'm going to be doing, and I told him he has to. I told him he has to kick me in the butt and make me do it because it's something that I really want to do. So if you guys don't know what it is, but you need to know that it's something that I need to do, it's going to benefit somebody greatly, and it's an idea I have, and I just need to do it. So if you talk to me, go, "Hey, how's that art project coming?"
And we're gonna the live stream on my part. I have some books that I'm working on for Richard, some sketch covers that I'm.
Like, it's no problem. Thank you for being here, man. I hope you enjoyed seeing the book. Yes, Richard says I need to do it, so I'm gonna do it. And
if you want to see something of my art, you can always go check out my stream. There's a lot of art. There's actually a art. What are they called?
Live stream?
No. On
montage.
YouTube has things where you group videos together. My brain. Playlist of my art. And in fact, Brian, if you would like to reach underneath those books and pull that book out.
Reaching under these books to pull that I might. There we go.
All right. So
Mic was muted. Okay, so here we go.
And so this is a 1-for-1 I made for still 35 cents. He bought this book, and there's
Thank you
still
guys.
no
No,
sound.
we got it. No, they were just telling us.
Okay.
Good now.
Okay.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Tina.
Do we have sound? Oh, good.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Anyway, so I did this on a Fantastic Four cover on the new Fantastic Four #1 for the new run of Fantastic Four, because he asked for that particular trade dress, and then I drew this in here, and this mixed media, painted and well, not painted, but it's inked, and there's paint pens in it. I used colored pencil. I used a whole bunch of different things to draw this cover out and bring it out. And then I did something really special on the back, and I can't wait for him to see it.
And the super cool thing that is happening with this, I'm going to hold this up one more time. Super cool thing that is happening with this, with still only 35 cents. He is connected in ways with CGC. He's going to get Travis certified as a CGC artist and verified signature person. So then Travis will be able to have people submit, or he can submit books to be graded with his art and signature and certified by CGC. So there you go. That's super cool. And David, right? David. Thank you, David. Still only 35 cents.
Yes.
You're awesome. Appreciate you.
Yep.
So.
All right.
Okay. So we'll just get a couple more things in the comments. Tina loves your cover. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you.
Awesome cover from Richard. Love Silver Surfer. Renegade Rances. That's awesome.
All right.
Richard, before you leave, Heroes for Heroes. That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Before we leave, Heroes for Heroes. So if you guys don't know, Travis and I and Richard and Bronze Age Nerd, we're all teamed up on for Heroes, and that is a fundraiser that we'll be doing coming up for Veterans Day. We'll be doing an auction. You can donate to Heroes for Heroes through the link that Tina just dropped in the chat. We'll have to pop that up on the window here. And what Heroes for Heroes does is it is a mental health assistance group for veterans to help prevent them from harming them, doing self-harm or anything like that. Also help them to deal with PTSD and whatnot, because statistically, I guess it's been found that like 22 veterans every day do and things because they're dealing with things that they just can't deal with. So Mission 22 has a great outreach program to help with that, and so we do fundraising for that every year.
Mm-hmm.
This last year, I think we did 8,000. So we're hoping to break that 8,000 barrier, and so that's the link to the Heroes for Heroes campaign for Mission 22. So if you guys want to check that out, that would be awesome. You can also find Heroes for Heroes on Instagram. It has a new channel, Heroes for Heroes Comics. So if somebody wants to pop that up on the screen, Richard or Tina, the Instagram for Heroes is Heroes for Heroes Comics, I believe, because the Heroes for Heroes was already taken.
Yeah.
So Instagram is Heroes for Heroes Comics, or you can reach out to Bronze Age Nerd or myself or Trav, and we will direct you in the right direction. But yeah, so we've got some amazing stuff that's been donated, artwork, amazing books, just a ton of cool stuff. Trav did a great job going around the show. We've got some stuff from some celebrity signed stuff from a lot of people. So it's just going to be really cool stuff.
I want to call out Oni Press, because Oni Press, when I talked to them about it, they were like, well, yeah, we want to donate. We want to help. And what was really great is he walks back into this little booth thing that they had at the show. He comes out and he goes, what a signed limited edition copy of the full set hardback of Scott Pilgrim.
I think I'm going to be bidding on that.
be something we could donate. I mean, it's a $250 set. And they just gave it to us for this because they really want to help as well. And I think it's incredible. Check out Oni Press. Oni recently, just if you're a comic reader, their main thing right now has been Rick and Morty. They do a bunch of independent books and they're really great, as well as they've recently purchased the emblem EC for EC Comics.
They purchased the EC brand. They're redoing or they're putting out
new content.
EC horror comic books, which are amazing. So
and science fiction, not just type horror. So there's horror and science fiction.
EC type books from back in the day, but new stuff from today with modern stories as well. So very cool stuff there. But yeah, again, Heroes for Heroes. We also had some really cool stuff from David Mack.
Oh yeah, David Mack gave us like 100 posters signed.
Mm-hmm.
He gave us 2
his original art
cat pieces.
Richard might want those. I don't know, maybe.
And then he also gave us, on top of that, there was a limited edition, only 81 printed for the Rose City Comic Con cat comic he did, and
which is super cool.
He gave us one and signed it.
I don't have them to show you guys, but yeah, we shouldn't be giving away too much stuff because Bronze is going to be doing reveals of stuff that have been donated.
Well, these are all things that I've shown. I showed on my channel.
Oh, okay.
So you guys, so this is all stuff that I made a video. There's a short for Heroes on Comics Limited channel. Go check it out. And that video has all the things that I had gotten from the people who I talked to on that day.
Yeah.
Like there, we got a piece from Dan Parent. Got 2 pieces from Dan Parent. So.
It's son of Crom Bjorn from the other side of the world.
Hey, welcome in, brother.
So yeah, here's proof. Trav and I hanging out together. So yeah, we just okay, we got to show him what.
Oh yeah,
you got to see what I just got from Travis.
Do we do the?
Don't do the fake out. Just give him the real thing. Just happened to pick one of those up from Trav, so kind of a cool thing. So that's the big reveal for tonight. Was the FF #1. I actually did a pretty good job playing it pretty close to the vest and not telling my friends, so they were totally like freaking out. And in Instagram, their minds are blown. So I'm having a good time with that, just seeing their reactions. So, yeah. So thank you guys again for all being here. Thanks for spending the time. Thank you, Travis, for letting me hang out with you and show some comics and talk and just enjoy. We just like to hang out together.
Yeah,
we've been friends. I don't know if you guys know, but we've been friends since junior high school. So, just a little while.
About 35 years.
Yeah, that's how long. I feel old. Okay. Anyway, so thanks again, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next live stream. If you haven't had a chance, watch the other live stream that I did the other day. It's been blowing up. So it's cool one I did the other night where we just showed some books that I got from the Golden Age Honey Hole. And there was a big box of comics I got for like super cheap that I've been trading and flipping to a lot of my friends. So that's been pretty cool. And so there's that. We sent hey, Lettuce, if you're watching, there's a package coming that you don't even know about.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there's that. And then also if you're watching, oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that's in your package that you didn't know was coming either. So
yeah, Alan's got some of those things too, yeah.
And Alan has a package coming too. So, yep. So
yes, definitely looking forward to seeing you soon too, Crown. We, even if it's just we just bring everything up and we talk through, go back and forth on what's available, that would be awesome.
Cool. I'd just be
we just go to talk and hang out.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have a little fireside chat. So that would be cool if we can do that. But yeah, or we just whatever works. So we're trying to work something. If you guys haven't checked out Son of Crom, check out his channel. New focus for his channel, focusing primarily or only on his hero Conan. So Conan was a huge influence on him, and so yeah, check him out. He has got some pretty cool content.
And you know what? This story about these comics, which I'm not going to relay to you right now, but Son of Crom, I need to tell you about the comics where he got the FF because it relates to your story as well. So,
okay, so you'll get the full deets on the story of how this collection came to be in the possession of Travis, and hopefully we'll get there's more boxes to come.
Yes.
and we'll have some more content for you guys. But again, all right, I keep saying we keep winding it down, and then it keeps winding back up. Okay, we're gonna wind it down. We're gonna say goodbye, and we're gonna say share your love of comics with everyone you meet. You never know where it may lead you. It might lead you to a huge grail
Or a great friend.
Right, that's true. Great friends are more important than big grails.